This is Valkyrie Gamer calling from Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, and we are continuing our quest in the Central Shroud. Now, let's see. There's still several quests here. We also need to go back to New Gridania. So let's head over to these. Oh, and there's a Moogle, and I even have some, there's a male Moogle over here, and I have some letters. So let us head over here and pick up these 3 quests and see what they're all about. Now, we just finished our first dungeon, and so now we're off to see what else is going on in Central Shroud. I've made several episodes here in Central Shroud, and it never seems to end. See what I have in mail. Phooey. Let's return. May as well turn in some quests. Come at it from a fresh angle. New Gridania. Need to go to the head of the Adventurers Guild. She has to say. Welcome back, Leyko. A little bird tells me that the hearer and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern, if ever there was one. It's only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it, for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? Until the hearers have made their will on this matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. The first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the Guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you have to do is speak with Antoinette whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. And for the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune. Guild levies. Guild levies are records of the various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manners of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontret, our guild levy official or levy mate here at Carline Canopy, I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend that you take your time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if recent troubles cast a shadow over the proceedings. However, I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we are talking about you, Leyko. You have made Mother proud, and I expect great things of you, young lady. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. Recommendation list can be opened under the duty in your main menu and will be displayed automatically when you log in. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. Mother has another quest for me. How's my favorite fresh-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl so. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since you first walked through my door. I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time you made yourself useful at Bentbranch Meadows in the Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits you see here at Bannock, the men and women out at Bentbranch are fully occupied with their own work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Bentbranch is also the home to a very useful situated aetheryte. It is, in other words, the perfect place for you to begin the next stage of your journey as an adventurer. And what better time than the present? Leave the city via Blue Badger Gate and continue southwest until you come to a bridge. Cross it, and when you spy the aetheryte in the distance, you may congratulate yourself on having successfully found Bentbranch Meadows. If you so fancy, you may make also use of the Chocobo Porter service, doubtless the safest way to get to your destination. Chocobo Kinger should not hesitate to lend his birds to capable adventurers like yourself. Oh, and be sure to introduce yourself to Keitha, the head Chocobo Wrangler, when you arrive. Okay, we can do that. Let's see. Chest. We'll equip that. So now she can shoot with 2 eyes instead of just with 1. Mother Mion has told me of much of your endeavors, Leyko. Have you considered attempting one of the guild levies here at the Adventurers Guild? Guild levies are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry prior to assigning them to an adventurer possessed of necessary skills. From the battlecraft levies, we require the extermination of monsters to tradecraft levies that ask for a variety of creation of goods. The tasks we term levy quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I would suggest that you make your way to Bentbranch Meadows and speak with Tierney. She would be happy to set your feet on the path to completing your first levy quest. Well, I'm glad I came here. Okay, let's go back to Central Shroud. And see what we can see. Okay. Hopefully this time I won't get stuck in a cliff. Well, these critters are getting tougher. Okay, I think we're getting close. And we're here. Let's go take a look at the mail and see what that's all about. I got some mail. It's probably something to do with my guild. Greeting, tall one. I am the delivery Moogle. Kupo? Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under a canopy of nice oak, dreaming up about some beautiful mouglet with rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all that terrible commotion. Etherites were shattered and linked pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Erosia had no way of communicating with each other beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that once you might catch us and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we had found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. Look what we have here. 2 new letters just arrived for you, Kupo. Enclosed is a wind-up cursor million. Okay. Okay, so I got mail. I guess it was more like correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not an adventurer. I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination as adventurers are wont to do. Hence my presumption. If so, I've information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are about to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elements tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the 12 woods, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there is truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage, perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or 2? You should know, you know, should your travels take you to the mirror planks where the ferry to the lavender beds is, perhaps you will find Twin Adder, a representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. Okay, a housing quest. Okay. Let's see what Trinity said. Greeting, adventurer. My name is Tierney. I am in charge of assisting the local levy quest here in Brentwood Meadows. Gontran convinced you to seek me out, did he? Then I shall assume you have a basic understanding of what accepting a guild levy might entail. But first things first, I must be certain your skills are a match for your enthusiasm. The Adventurers Guild would not approve of me sending a fledgling hero to her death or dishonor for want of requisite capabilities. Take a moment to peruse your task outside of this guild levy. Do you believe yourself up to the challenge? Speaking with a local distributor of guild levies known as a levy mate will bring up a list of available levy quests. Highlight the quest to display its objective, then select Accept to add the quest to your journal. Levy allowances are required to accept levy quests. You will be granted 3 levy allowances every 12 hours, Earth time, up to a maximum of 100. You may accept as many as 16 levy quests at once. Okay. A pack of animals has been spotted near Bentbranch meadows, far from their usual hunting grounds on naked rock. The Leyko chocobo keeps are worried that it is only a matter of time before the hungry scale-skinned stray too close to the stables and endanger their birds. To prevent the worst, wood whalers are seeking volunteers to find and cull the creatures. The levy quest objectives are deemed completed when all targets have been slain. Be aware that some targets may attempt to flee the battle and join reinforcements, making it imperative that you deal with them before they have an opportunity to do so. Objectives: report to Central Shroud. Information: time limit 20 minutes from the location. Okay. I am glad to hear it. Pray be aware, however, that the anoles are wont to flee their brood mates once they sense they are overmatched. You would be wise to prevent such a union, lest the battle be drawn past your limits of endurance. Okay, so we got, this thing needs to be open your journal under the duty menu to begin the selected levy quest by putting the initiate button. When the anole feels overmatched, it will flee from battle. If it reaches a certain distance, another anole will appear. The levy quest objective can be more easily achieved by slaying the fleeing creature before it is joined by more of its kind. Okay. To initiate a levy quest, first open your journal via the duty select section of the main menu or by pressing J on your keyboard. Next, select the levy quest to bring up its detailed description of its objectives and rewards. Click on the map button will show you the approximate location of the levy quest's objectives. Though you can initiate your levy quest at any time while in the corresponding area, it is recommended that you wait until you are close to the objectives before doing so. This will increase your chances of becoming eligible for a completion bonus. Once you have arrived, open the journal, select the levy quest, click on initiate button to begin. Okay. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that until okay. Let us go on. Okay, moving on. You must be the venturer Minra sent word about. I'm Keitha, head wrangler around these parts. I've heard many and more things about you. Good things, lest you worry. When the elders seer bade us welcome venturers, 'tis fair to say we had our doubts until hard-working folk like yourself set about proving us wrong. That is, consider me a convert. Any road, you've a mind to help out at the ranch, have you? Good, we could always use with a hand or two to keep the place running smoothly. As a matter of fact, I have a task right here that wants doing. Let me know when you're ready to get busy. Oh, and you come highly recommended, so don't go letting no one down, eh? Okay. Okay, let's open up the armory chest. Pants. No. Yeah, let's equip that one. Keith has work for me. Seeing as you're new around here, let's start you off with an easy job that'll get you bearings, eh? It just happens it's feeding time for the chocobos. Grab yourself a few bunches of broadleaf geisha greens from the pile beside the field and stick 'em in the feeding troughs. Bentbranch is a big place, mind you, so don't go missing any. Off you trot then. Okay. Savior, and all I'm doing is feeding chocobos. There you are, an adventurer. Yes, you will suffice. I have a job I need performed, and I'm willing to pay the going rate. A trifling task, really. I simply need you to ask the locals here at Bentbranch Meadows what the head wrangler covets most in the world. This is a private matter, lest you doubt, so be sure to inquire discreetly, and please, for the love of Nald, do not reveal that you are in my employ. In fact, it would be best if my name wasn't mentioned at all. What does Keitha covet most? Why would you want to know? Wait a minute. That old merchant put you up to this, didn't he? Sigh. He's wasting his time with that approach. If the man is serious about owning a chocobo, he would be better served convincing Keitha of his intent to prove the bird to provide the bird with proper care and attention. Okay, let's feed some chocobos. You know, MMORPGs really don't know how to treat their heroes well, do they? Feeding livestock. What's this about, Miss Keitha? You're doing that peddler's dirty work, are you? That half-wit thinks some Chinese trinket will move some shiny trinket will move her heart, then he's dafter than he looks. Any fool can see Miss Keitha is only interested in her birds. Tell Kuvijit for me that if he persists in harassing the head wrangler, the wood whalers will remove him from Bentbranch Meadows for disturbing the peace. Got that? Okay. Poor guy, all he wants to do is just get on her good side. Keitha, the only thing Keitha wants is for her birds to be happy. If she cares for anything besides the well-being of chocobos, I have not heard of it. Okay, that one's done. Aha. Okay, so too close to home. Let's get on over there. Okay, too close to home. Let's initiate. becomes me, I guess. Okay. Haven't used one of these before. Okay. Let us turn in some more quests and then we shall call it a day. I'm going to take on that loving quest again and hope it works. Well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my very... What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires? Ugh, that stubbornness of these Gridanians is infuriating, and I should have known better than to hire a buffoon for such delicate work. To think of the amount of gil I've wasted on this fruitless venture. Oh, cease your mewling. I promised you a reward, and a reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune. Thank you for doing out the greens, Leyko. I trust you got a rough idea of how the place is laid out while you were at it? Good. Here at Bentbranch, we nurture our chocobos from the egg to young adulthood, so you might say we've had them for the duration of their formative years. 'Tis back-breaking work keeping the birds free of illness and injury. I'm sure my fellow workers will appreciate any help you can give me. Okay. Seven hells, some bastard Quigern has gone and broken one of me chocobo eggs. The filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when a guard started it, prompted and gave the damn thing to drop an egg. It was clutching and run. Some of the lads gave chase, bless them, but when three more of the vermin appeared, me had no choice but to turn back. Something has to be done about these Quigern. Would you mind heading over to Matron Leves and have a word with her, with a soldier named Rosalind for me? The ratmen nest in her neck of the woods. She'll know what to do. Okay, I can do that. Greetings. You have the distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cat has been sneaking into the ranch and scare our chocobos, and the poor birds are in a constant state of unease, wondering when the next fright will come. It is my hope that extending the fencing will keep the intruders out. To that end, could I ask you to procure some strands of dynamite web? They make surprisingly sturdy construction material. You should be able to obtain the web from the dynamites themselves. There are there are usually a few to be found roaming the lands near the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can do a little better. Okay. A little far out of the way, but target not within range. Okay, 2 strands. There's another one up there. Okay. Okay. Five. And we got all the dynamite web. Let's see. And we'll go this way. Okay. J. try. Let's go down here. Needed my Okay, let's get my reward. So even though I, went for the basic one. Ah, your first foray into the world of Levy quests appears to have been a success, and here's the reward for your efforts. Bonus has been awarded based on speed of completion. Now that this little trial is behind us, I have no further qualms about assigning you tasks around Bentbranch Meadows. There are levy quests aplenty for hardworking adventurers such as yourself, and a deal of fame and fortune to be won in their doing. Okay, let's see what else she has to say. Trinity believes you are ready to join a guild quest. Should you be interested in a challenge quite unlike your average levy quest, you might consider joining a guild quest. If you wish to learn more, pray speak with Battle Warden Rybald outside yonder tent. I will inform him of your success against the Anoles, so there are no doubts to your abilities. Okay, I could do that. I was told a stalwart adventurer would be along shortly. I take it that is you. Then permit me to tell you about our current options. Wait, might this be your first time participating in a guild test? I remember when my first test It was the night of my 20th name day. My fellow guildmates invited me to join them in the slaying of a family of peasants who were stealing chocobo eggs from Bentbranch meadows. The moment we arrived, one of those terrible beasts immediately turned to me and charged. The thing was thrice my size and had already maimed several chocobo keeps. There was no way I could win, so I simply froze and waited for the end. But that's when I remembered I was not alone. My friends rallied around me, and together we defeated the beasts. That, my friend, is what a guild hust is truly about. What say you, friend? Care to experience a hust for yourself? Sure. I guess I'm not. Okay, I have a completed quest over this way. Let's turn that one in, and then we will call it an episode. Certainly pack a lot in here. Ah, you've returned. Tell me, were you able to procure the diamond web as I requested? Well, yes, these will do nicely. They're perfect for binding posts together. Well, were I still in Ishgard, I would never have entertained the notion of using such bizarre material in this matter. Oh, did I mention I was from Ishgard? Well, Gridania is, in actual fact, my second home. My native lands were once famous for its chocobo stables. No man in Eorzea could speak of the creatures without his thoughts turning naturally to Ishgard. Sadly, however, that time has passed. I left my homeland and accepted employment here at the ranch, instructing others on the methods of chocobo husbandry. Yet I have found that it is often I who am the recipient of others' instructions, and on a great many matters, truly one can never know what life may hold in store. Okay, let's complete this. Okay, well, I wanted to thank you all for coming here, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Final Fantasy XIV Online, A Realm Reborn. This is Valkyrie Gamer. If you're interested in learning about my books, my upcoming books, please look for me at victorialynnosborne.com/writersblog or at my publishing house, azurespiderpublications.com. We are currently accepting manuscripts. I hope you have a lovely if you like this video, hit like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time.